While shopping around for security providers, if you're concerned about your business, its reputation, lawsuits, negligent hiring, and being due diligent in your selection, you'll want to watch this video. There's a false sense of security when you contract out with a security agency as far as background checks, criminal records, drug tests, and the level of training they've received. It's not just a problem with the smaller companies, but the large national chains as well. When a client is contracting with a security agency, they assume and are even told that background checks are done, drug testing is done, and assume that every guard showing up on their property is clean as a whistle, mentally evaluated, and highly trained. Sadly, this is not true with the current state standards, which includes most companies' vetting processes. Here are a few things you may not know and should. The state of Texas licenses convicted felons as security guards if the conviction is over 10 years old. The state of Texas will also license a convicted criminal as a security guard after 5 years if the crime was a misdemeanor. The state only requires drug testing of armed guards, not unarmed guards, which often means that thousands of guards potentially have not been tested. The state only requires a 6-hour class of all unarmed guards and requires no retraining at all. Mental evaluations are only required of bodyguards and not standard armed or unarmed guards. I'm sure that most would agree that this is alarming and shouldn't be happening in the industry. Nonetheless, it is, and has been for years. We decided to educate the public and pull back the smoke and mirrors many security companies hide behind. And we do this in an attempt to force change and to provide you, the client, with knowledge before selecting a security company. In an industry such as security, where the guards are providing services at all types of locations, including schools, apartment complexes, daycare facilities, malls, and airports, one would think that the state's standards would be significantly higher. Sadly, they're not. And many have asked the question, well, what's the point of conducting a background check when a felony conviction pops up and the state hands that person a license and the average guard company places them on your property, no questions asked, with no required drug test? Guard companies are well aware of the matter and are often employing these individuals at lower wages and therefore remain pretty silent regarding the issue. This affects you as the customer because there's potential that you might well have a convicted felon on your property that hasn't been vetted, drug tested, or properly trained. This could be embarrassing when revealed in a court case or a news story for both you and the security company after an incident occurs on your property. While some guard companies will only offer the perception or illusion of a security service, here at SRS, instead of providing a liability to our clients and the general public, we provide an asset to our clients by exceeding the state standards and the standards of most guard companies. We have a written and posted policy that we refuse to hire ex-felons regardless if they possess a state license already or not. And we have yet to see another company make this pledge. We require that all employees submit to a drug test for both armed and unarmed guards. We mandate that all drug testing be outsourced by a professional clinic and not done in our office by our staff like most of the other competitors do. Unlike the state's 6-hour class for unarmed guards, we require applicants must arrive with 46 hours worth of certified training under their belt before they even apply. We outsource all officers' training to licensed training academies, while many run in-house training programs, which is generally unchecked and with questionable standards. All officers go before an internal board before they're allowed to carry a firearm, regardless if the state has already licensed them or not. All officers go through a mental health evaluation, something that's not done anywhere in the state unless you're a bodyguard, but we do it at all levels. When contracting with a security guard service to protect, you can't settle for low standards or no standards, as it defeats the purpose of hiring a security guard service in the first place. And now that you know what the state standards are, what the other companies don't do, and what our standards are, we hope that this video brought some awareness to the industry and helped you make an educated choice. Thank you.